Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I have a little special guest today. It's Ezekiah. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, okay. Alright guys, so I wanted to kind of do this little quick video. He is going to be about he's going to be 4 months next week, and I realize there's a few changes that we faced since last month we're facing, and obstacles we're kind of going through. And I kind of wanted to do a video. Hopefully I can do one of these a month to see how much he's changing and what we're dealing with and all that good stuff. Because I'm sure there's a lot of moms out there that are going through the same thing. Are you talking to yourself? One of the things is, since he's been about a month old, his bedtime has been around 11 o'clock. I know it's a little late for a baby, but I do know it's a little hard to get babies that young into a schedule. He's still a little young to get into a schedule, so his doctor says. So he says not to focus on it. But he would sleep around 11:30, and then he wouldn't wake. He started sleeping throughout the night since he was about 2.5 months, maybe 2 months. So he'd go to sleep at 11. He'd maybe wake up between 9 to 11 o'clock in the morning. I would change his diaper. I would play with him, tummy time, you know, anything really to get him tired again. And then we would go back to sleep. You know, I would feed him, and then he'd go back to sleep. And then he would sleep for maybe about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So our day wouldn't really get going until about 1:30, 2 o'clock. Now, though, doesn't matter how hard I try, he doesn't go to sleep until around like between 1 and 2, and 1 or 2, maybe 2:30, and he still sleeps through the night, but and still does the same routine while wakes up for an hour, then goes back to sleep, and then, you know, our day still doesn't get going. I'm talking. You don't need to talk to yourself first. Our day still doesn't get going until about 1 to 2. He needs that first nap, though. If he doesn't get that first nap, he's grumpy throughout the entire day. It doesn't matter how long he sleeps. So we have tried to give him a nice relaxing bath, got him super tired, played with him, gave him his tummy time. He's actually learning to roll over. He loves his blankie. That's what he's looking at. He's learned to roll over from back to stomach. So whenever we put him on the floor with like a blanket and his toys all circling all around him, he's learned to roll his body over to reach over his toys. So I'm pretty sure in a couple months or so he'll be crawling, which is scary. He also got a new jumper on Tuesday, and that really does tire him out. He still is trying to figure out how to jump, because obviously he just got it, but the toys get him all excited. He still can figure out that he moves, so that does get him tired. So we're hoping that we can just get it in his mind that around 11 o'clock every lights go out, everyone relaxes, and it's bedtime. So hopefully within a couple weeks I can get him back in that rhythm, because this 2 o'clock in the morning sleep awake is just killing me. Second thing we're kind of going through is we noticed this last night. I did a late Target run last night around 9 o'clock, and I needed to get a few things. So my husband was home. I was like, you know what? I don't want to take him out, because I usually take him everywhere I go. I don't want to take him out. It was late. So I was like, just leave him in the jumper. He's fed. He has a diaper change. He's fine. And all that good stuff. And I guess he lasted in the jumper for about 5 minutes and started to fuss really loud. So my husband picked him up to play with him. And then he kind of just wouldn't settle and relax like how he's sitting on me right now. He's a little impatient, like he wants to play, but he didn't sit like this. And I guess he does this thing where he coos, and it sounds like he's saying mom. I know we're crazy and it's really not mom, but it sounds like he says it. And I guess he was cooing like that and looking at the door and crying. So my husband called me and was like, well, you coming home because he wants you. And I had actually already parked. So, or, you know, I was texting him when I had parked, and I was like, yeah, just parking. And I walk in the house, and he was actually staring at the door. And as soon as I said hi to him and, you know, like, try to get him to smile and all that stuff, he's got all excited and just wanted me to pick him up. And as soon as I grabbed him, he kind of just settled into me and just relaxed. And he's a thumb sucker, so he was just sucking his thumb, and he was fine. but I guess he wasn't doing that with his dad. I had handed him back off to his dad really quick to see, and he just didn't want him. So I'm really attached to him, and I didn't think that like he was attached to me, but I guess, you know, he is, and I halfway like it, but I'm halfway like, oh my god, I'm scared. So we don't necessarily, he's still a little young. I mean, I am a stay-at-home mom, so he's just used to seeing me. He sees some of my family about once or twice a week, so when they see him, he lets them hold him. So it's not too attached. I think there's just times where he just wants his mom, so we're gonna have to figure all that good stuff out. Right now, like I did mention, he is rolling over. It's weird because he never really rolled over from stomach to back. I know you see yourself, but mommy's talking. He never rolled over from stomach to back. It was just automatically back to stomach. And that was something he learned to do, I think, at the end last week. I put him on the bed really quick while I went to get some water. And I looked back, and he had rolled over onto his stomach. And I knew, I was like, okay, well, there's blankets there. It kind of helps him prop himself up. Didn't really think he was going to do it again. The other night, we put him on his blanket with toys on his back. He just finished his tummy time. Put him on his back. You can't get the camera. And he rolled over. And he's been rolling over. He rolled again right now before I picked him up. So that's going to be very interesting to see if he's going to crawl soon. And I mean, right now he's standing. This is him standing. So his legs muscles are pretty strong. So we're kind of going big. We don't know. This kid is just a big one at that. It's our lazy day today. Wednesdays and Thursdays are our lazy day. We don't try to leave the house on Wednesdays and Thursdays. What other obstacles? Oh, his nails. I cut his nails. I think I mentioned when I first did an introduction. I cut his nails at least every night, and they grow so fast. He has a scratch somewhere right. I think it's right here. You can't really see it, but he scratched himself, and I just cut his nails. It's so crazy how fast they grow. It's like, it's so good. It's so annoying. So hopefully that slows down because I get very irritated when he scratches his face because he is so light-skinned. They do show up. They show up like crazy. Also, too, he just had an ingrown toenail, which is crazy because I thought they could only get that when they had shoes on. But, that went away pretty quick. I took him in, though, just before it got worse because I do know that if you wait too long, they actually have to have surgery or something like that. So we took him in. I took him in that day that I found it. I was way too paranoid to wait. But, it went away, but I was so scared. So what we did, in case like anybody else's kid has an ingrown toenail, his right foot on his big toe was kind of swollen on one side. So it didn't hurt him when I would squeeze it, and it didn't hurt him. But what the doctor had said was he gave me like ointment so it didn't get infected, so I didn't have to have surgery on it. But what we had to do about 5 times a day was get like a white towel, like a wet towel, and get it really warm, put it on his toe, wrap it around there for a while, and kind of pull the skin back, like massage it, because when the skin is warm and wet, it's, you know, soft. So then I had to massage it there. It was like a hassle. 5 times a day was like, ugh. Luckily it didn't hurt him, so he didn't really get irritated. He doesn't like to be touched very often. Like if you're picking, like poking him and a whole bunch of stuff, he gets so annoyed, so he would like kick me off. So that's what scared me. I was paranoid. He does have his 4-month checkup soon. I think it's in a week and a half where he gets shots. But his dad's going to this one, so I'm not have to hold him down because I don't do that. Also, he is, since he's, I don't know if it's because his eyes are so light, but he gets the worst eye boogers when he first wakes up from a nap or sleeping in the middle of the night. Oh my goodness, I had to get like a wet, warm towel and put on his eyes to kind of loosen it up. It's not a blocked tear duct. The doctor just says it's normal. I do it before he sleeps too. It used to get really bad, but we've kind of got a long way. Sometimes his eyes water a lot too, so it's weird. Obviously I don't have blue eyes. Both of our families on both sides of our families, they do have colored eyes, so he gets it from our families. But of course he gets the colored eyes and I don't. But yeah, I don't know how to my eyes didn't really water. I don't know a baby that eyes water this much. So yeah, that is the obstacles we're facing. He does, from what I know, when we went in when he was 2 months, is that his doctor wanted to talk to us about giving him baby food when he was 4 months. So I'm kind of excited to do that, and nervous. I don't know if they still want us to do that. Excuse you. But I actually want to make our own baby food. So hopefully when I get the machine and we do all that, then I can do a video about how I make it and what the things he likes. His first time eating. You're gonna kiss me. His first time eating food and all that good stuff. Is that you? Yeah, that's you. So hopefully that will come up in about 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, because that's when, he's gonna be eating. He's a crazy kid. I'm gonna have my hands full when he's older. So scared. Let go, mommy. So that is our obstacles for this month. Hopefully his drooling stops soon. Oh, one of the obstacles too we're facing is when he breastfeeds, because I just breastfeed. I mean, I bottle feed if I pump, but I just breastfeed, and he's been biting, like, oh my god, biting like non-stop. And you try having a baby bite with just gums on your nipple, and it's not fun. And he knows he does it, because when I say don't bite me, he smiled. So I don't know, I've read a lot of articles that say that's pre-teething, that they do that because it's soothing to them. And when I stick my finger in his mouth, like I said in the video, on his left side, he likes it. And when he sucks his thumb, he puts it on his left side, and that, like, he can put himself to sleep sometimes by just sucking his thumb. So I'm gonna mention to his doctor about why he's biting when I see him in a week and a half or so, because it hurts. I mean, like, he doesn't make me bleed, and you know, they're not cracked at all, but oh god, it hurts so bad. So hopefully that changes. So those are a few obstacles that we're going through this month. I will try to do another one of these videos next month, around maybe a week before he turns 5 months, so it's kind of consistent. And I'll talk about like how next month, if we overcome any of the obstacles in this video, I will mention how we overcome those as well, because like I said, maybe other people need to or are having the same trouble. So that is that. Quick thing though, I do want to, for those of I've actually got a lot of messages and whatnot from my last video, supporting and kind of like love and support from it, and I want to say thank you for all of that. It is a tough situation. It was pretty tough afterwards, after that video went up, but you know, there won't be an update about it, just because one, I said everything I wanted to say. I'm not going to say anything again, and two, there probably won't be any changes. We'll be at the same place we're at. So right now we're just, you know, taking space from that side, and just being our own family. I mean, we have friends that we see at least once a week. We have family that I see on my side once a week. This kid's loved, so he's not missing out on anything at all. So I mean, I would like to say they're losing out. So once again, thank you guys. I've gotten a few messages and text messages from people, just showing that, you know, I was feeling a little crazy because I thought that I was in the wrong of everything, but I was reassured that I wasn't. So thank you all for that. I will post hopefully another video this week. Until then, me and this fish will see you guys next time.